Hey everyone, some of you wanted a special episode of Elevator Taekook one shot, so here I am with a special episode. So everyone, I hope you will love this special episode without wasting your time more. Let's start the story. It has been 7 years of Taekook being together after they meet in the elevator and did some naughty stuff, so now they are married and have two kids, Taekook and Taegi. Let's back to the story. Junguk Tae spoke quietly. What? Jungkook snapped. Tae said, "No mind." Tae replied, "No, Tae, say what you want to say." Jungkook was getting angry. "I can't say it to you because you don't understand it. You just want to move to Busan. If the job is more important to you than your husband and kids, then go. Move across the city. I wouldn't hold you back, but if you do this, I don't think we can fix us." They yelled at him. Jungkook got quiet and broke eye contact. "Are you actually thinking about it?" They asked in disbelief. When Jungkook didn't answer him, they scoffed. "You are unbelievable," they said again. Tears glistened in Thang's eyes. Bia Jungkook tried to reach him, but he backed away. "Don't. I will pack your suitcase once you are home. You can leave. I'm going home with Taekook. Since he needs his nap, you get Thegi, spend time with her before you move across the city." They spoke, his voice barely above a whisper, as they left Jungkook's office in tears. Taehyung started working with Jungkook after their marriage because they wanted to spend more time with each other. 5 years ago, when Tae was pregnant with Taekook, he developed some fear in him, and some of them is being claustrophobic. Taehyung is being scared of darkness. They went straight to daycare and grabbed Taekook. They told Taegi that Jungkook would pick her up later after school. Soon they stepped into an empty elevator with Taekook on his hip. Suddenly the elevator shook a bit and came to a stop. They sat down his bags and pulled Taekook to his chest to calm himself down. They pressed every button in elevator, but it wouldn't work. They pressed the emergency button. "Hello," a voice asked. I'm stuck in the elevator," they stuttered. The voice asked. They recognized the voice as it was his best friend Jimin. "Yes, it's me. I'm here with Taekook," they replied as they swelled hard. They tried to stay calm. "I am going to call someone who will fix this. Just stay calm," Jimin said in a calm voice. "I will try," they whispered and held Taekook tightly. Taekook told his mom. They released Taekook a bit before from his tight grip and sat down on the ground. His breath became heavy. Jimin's voice pulled him out of his thoughts. "Yeah, he is going to take at least 2 to 3 hours," Jimin exclaimed. His eyes widened. They can't be in elevator for so long, especially with his baby. "Are you okay?" Jimin asked. "No, I can't sit in here for 3 hours. I can't do that." Jimin breathed quickened. His breath quickened. They tried to calm down. Jimin tried. He was thinking about the time 7 years ago when he was stuck in his building elevator with Jungkook for more than 5 hours. Now he can't even stay here without getting panic for more than half an hour. "I can't," they snapped. "I am now claustrophobic, Jimin. I can't breathe," they said. "Imam," Taekook asked as he lifted his head from his chest. Taekook, Tae whispered and leaded Taekook's head to his crook of neck. Tae inhaled of Taekook's accent, which calmed him down a bit, as it was just like Jungkook's. Tae, is everything okay with you and Taekook? Jimin asked. I don't know, just please hurry. I can't be here any longer. We are trying our best. Tae, should I get Jungkook? Jimin asked. He didn't know that Tae and Jimin and Jungkook were constantly fighting. They thought for a minute. Yeah, please, they whispered. Suddenly the elevator fell down a bit. They squeaked a bit, which caused Taekook to look up. They shut his eyes tightly and had a tight grip on Taekook. Hey, what's wrong? Jimin asked in concern. The elevator is falling down a bit. I don't know why. Jimin, get me out of here, please. I need to get out now. I can't. They trailed off as the elevator moved again. Get me out now. They yelled as they really got scared. Is this how I'm going to die because the elevator is falling on ground? They asked himself. In the elevator, I got my new life, my family, all now. Everything is going to be end in the elevator. Also, they think about Jungkook and cried. The last conversation they had with Jungkook was a fight. They didn't told him that he loved him as well. The thought that about dying made they panic even more, and then they had his baby with him, so he would die as well, and it would be his fault since they wanted to take him home after his fight with Jungkook. Okay, Taekook asked as he kept his mom's cheek. They didn't notice that tears were running down his cheek. Yeah, baby, I'm okay, they whispered into his ears while he tried to calm down again. Meanwhile, in Jungkook's office, Jungkook watched they leave his office. He sighed and went to his with his fingers through his hair. Stupid, I'm so stupid. Why I didn't say anything? Jungkook whispered to himself. He paced up and down in his office. He hated seeing his love of life cry. He hated seeing him in pain, and he crushed it. He caused it. He couldn't leave when their marriage on the risk. He had to stay. How can he fight with his love, his husband, the mom of his kids? He sat down at his desk and inhaled deeply. Just as he wanted to go back to work, his phone began to ring. He looked down and saw that it was Jimin. Jungkook frowned but went quickly out of room back to the Tae. I called Jungkook. He should be here soon. You sure? They asked, panicking heavily. I'm sure, Tae. How are you doing? Jimin asked. I don't know. Just get me out of here, please. They cried. We are working on it, Tae. You will be out soon, Jimin assured him. Mommy, hungry, Taekook whispered in Tae's neck. I don't have any food with me, baby. I'm sorry. No food? Taekook asked, disappointed. I'm sorry, baby. Once we are out of here, I give you some food. I promise, Tae told his son. Taekook nodded, climbing out of Tae's arm and grabbed some toys from his bag and whirled around in the elevator. Taekook, sit down, please, Tae said. Taekook sighed and sat down on the other side of the elevator. Taekook, come to me, please, Tae whispered. Taekook shook his head. Tae began to rub his chest, trying to calm himself down. His breathing became heavy once again. After a while, Tae couldn't get his breathing under control. Taekook walked over to Tae as the elevator fell down a bit once more. Taekook fell forward and hit his head on ground. Tae gasped. Taekook. Tae screamed as he began to cry loudly. Tae forced himself to stand up and get to Taekook. As Tae reached to his son, Tae pulled himself Tae pulled him into his lap and scooted back to a wall. Everything will be okay, Taekook, Tae whispered while his voice broke in another cry. Tae was so scared now. First, Tae was stuck in an elevator with his son. Second, Taekook fell down and on his head. And third, stream. The elevator is shrinking down. It couldn't get worse anymore. At least Tae thought that. Tae couldn't control his breathing anymore. He was gasping for air. Beer. Junguk's voice came through the speaker. Cook. Tae breathed. Tae, Beer, are you there? Junguk asked. They then understood that Jungkook couldn't his over hear him over Taekook's cry. Yes, I'm here. They said his this time a little bit louder as they rubbed Taekook's back. His loud cries turned into a whimper. Jungkook, get us out of here now. They replied while his voice was trembling. They could hear how Jungkook said, I wish I could bear not much longer. Jungkook replied. Taekook fell down, hit his head. They admitted quietly. What? Jungkook yelled. He wanted to come over to me. Then the elevator fell down and he fell on the ground. They exclaimed. Why was he walking in the elevator? I told you he wanted to come over to me and it's not my fault, Jungkook. They whispered. He wanted to grab himself a toy, then he went to the other side of the elevator. After that, he wanted to come back to me, but he fell down. They added, why didn't you hold him? Jungkook snapped. Jungkook, I am stuck in an elevator with our son. I am claustrophobic now. You know that. So shut up. I had to get my breathing under control. I am no use to Taekook if I passed out. They yelled. Jungkook froze. He forgot that Tae was claustrophobic because he had been stuck in an elevator more than 5 hours. I am so. Save it, Jungkook. I let Jimin call you to calm me down, not to yell at me. They choked out while struggling to breathe. Sorry, BM. Jungkook mumbled. How long? They asked. Not much longer, baby. Bear, try to stay calm. They, I know it's hard, but you can do this. Jungkook assured him. I can't breathe. Jungkook, they began to panic once again. Okay, Bear, breathe with me. Take deep breath in. Jungkook began. They inhaled deeply and now slowly breathe out. Jungkook said. They followed his lead and his breathing became less panicked. That was until the elevator fell down one more than it did before. They breathed. You can do this. Okay, relax and think about the time we were stuck in the elevator 7 years ago. Think about our first meeting. Wasn't it beautiful? Jungkook whispered. They calmed down a bit. How are you feeling now? Cook asked. Yeah, I'm okay. They answered, smiling a bit, thinking about the beautiful meeting in elevator with Jungkook. Okay, I'm going to have a talk with the man to request him to fast the and get you both out. Stay calm, Jungkook said, and they hummed. A few minutes passed and again elevator shrank a bit more, making Tae panicked again for his son and family. He can't die. He can't let his son die with himself. I can't cook. Get me out now. They could hear that Jungkook was talking to someone, but they shut it out. His breathing became even more heavy. They knew that he was going to pass out soon because of the lack of oxygen. Taekook was still in his lap. He frowned at his mom, who looked pale and tired. Mommy, Emma. Taekook frowned as he covered his cheeks. They groaned. Mommy, Taekook yelled. They opened his eyes a bit and saw his little son is scared and crying. I'm okay, baby. I will be okay. Mama will take care of you. Tae whispered as she placed Taekook on the ground and slowly stood up. Cook, how much longer? Tae asked weakly. Just a few minutes more. Hold on, Bia, Jungkook whispered. Cook, I love you, Tae whispered before his leg gave in. Tae slammed his head against the elevator wall, which caused him to pass out. Then Tae collapsed on the ground. Emma, Mommy, wake up, Tae. Cook cried loudly. Tae Cook tried to breathe. Tell me what happened to your mommy, Jungkook asked and tried to calm his son down. Emma fell on the ground. Taekook cried. Jungkook knew that wasn't good at all. How much longer? Jungkook asked Jimin. Jimin looked at the ingenuous 20-30 minutes, he replied. Jungkook eyes widened. My husband is unconscious with my 2-year-old son, Jungkook killed. Jungkook went with his hand through his hair. Half an hour later, Tae was still unconscious. Taekook crawled up to his mom's chest in the meantime. Dada, Taekook yelled as the elevator moved slowly down. The elevator doors opened. Taekook looked up and saw many people staring at him, but he just wanted his Emma. Emma, Taekook cried. Jungkook quickly went over to him and Jungkook tried to lift him up. No, I want Mommy. Emma, wake up, Taekook cried as he bowed his head into his mom's chest. Taekook, you have to let go to your Emma so that the doctor can help him, Jungkook said to his son, trying to not to break down at the sight of unconscious Tae. Emma, wake up, please. Jungkook lifted Taekook. Now with more strength, he finally lifted him into his arms and Taekook brought his face into his father's chest. Dada, Taekook whimpered. I know Emma is getting help, Jungkook whispered into his son's ear as he stepped out of the elevator to let Dr. Yoongi and his husband Jimin help them. Jungkook was trying not to break down. That's when he knew that he can't move to Busan. How could he even think about that? Just the thought of losing Tae and the kids was too much for him. Taekook began to calm down and looked up to his father's side. Dada, Emma okay? He asked. I'm sure that Emma will be okay, Jungkook replied with a smile. Yoongi Hyung, how is Tae? Jungkook asked as Yoongi stepped out of the elevator to make room for the boys to get Tae in the ambulance. Tae passed out because of the lack of oxygen. I also think that Tae hit his head on the wall when Tae fell down. That's why we are bringing him to city. We also want to check his blood just to make sure there is nothing else, Tae Hyung exclaimed. Jungkook nodded and watches how Tae is still unconscious. Body was lifted onto a granny. Suddenly, Jungkook remembered that Taekook also hit his head. Cook, did you hit your head? Jungkook asked gently and Taekook nodded. Jungkook stayed quiet for a few seconds before going with his son to Yoongi get him checked out as well. Taekook just a little shaken up, but okay. He was now home with his sister Taegi and Jimin while Jungkook waited for Tae to wake up in hospital. I am so sorry, Tae. I am so stupid. Why I was always like this. I am staying here with you forever, love. God, why I am this. I love you with all my heart, Tae. He added, I love you too, Tae replied, "You wake," Jungkook exclaimed as he threw his arm around his neck. "Is Taekook okay?" Tae asked. After a bit, he is okay. He's good and scared, but he's okay now. Jimin took him and Taegi home, Jungkook exclaimed. Tae was about to reply when Yoongi stepped into a room with a big grin on his face. "What's wrong with your face?" Jungkook asked curiously. "Congratulations, you are pregnant." Tae smiled and Yoongi left the room. The married couple shared a happy look before kissing. Everyone, this is end of this special episode. I know this is totally different from the first one, but I wanted to make it a little bit different, so I hope you will love it. And whatever you feel about the story, please tell me in the comment section. And if you have any request or any suggestion, you could tell me. I'll try to work. Okay, see you tomorrow. Bye.